Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzzerBot, and here I am bringing you my first non-Lego thing on this channel. And these are the Mega Bloks Marvel Series 1 minifigures, blind pack minifigures. And now bear in mind, they discontinued Armored Spider-Man and Battle Damaged Iron Man. I would have gotten them had I been able to find them, but I wasn't, so sorry if you were expecting to see those, but can't get those anymore. Now, here's the packaging for them. You guys have probably seen these if you're watching this review, seen them around and stuff. Now, the way I was able to get all of these, just like this, is by reading this code right here. It's right beside the barcode. See, when you get the back of the packaging, it's this code right here that's embossed into the plastic that is relevant. That tells you what's inside. Now, I searched up some codes on the internet and was trying to pick them out, but I didn't have any of them prior to that. So as long as I bought every one with a different number, I got all of them. Now, in my personal experience, and this may be helpful to people within Canada and maybe Europe, it's the third character that is relevant, at least in mine. For example, this one reads A17101MM. Now, it is the third number, the 7 there, that is relevant. That changes on everyone. So, on Iron Man, it was A101. On Venom, it was A121. On the Spider-Man, it was A131. On the War Machine, it was A141, I think. On Black Spider-Man, it was A171, and on the Green Goblin, it was A181. Now, where you may be asking, where are 5 and 6? Well, I assume those were Armored Spider-Man and Battle Damaged Iron Man at one point, before they were discontinued. So, I guess we're going to take a look at them individually. Here's Iron Man, or the Invincible Iron Man, as he is so called. This is my second favorite, I think, out of all of them. He comes with a light red brick that on one side states the kind of brick it is and says China, implying that it was made in China. And it is based off of the Mark V Iron Man from the second movie. And also I think it'll appear in the upcoming Avengers movie. It comes with these two flame pieces that stick inside his hands. And also his hands are different from minifigure hands. They're more detailed. Of course, you could take these both off, and there he is alone. He has a single hole in his back. And for his articulation, he has a head ball joint, an elbow ball joint, a little, what do you call that? A swivel joint, maybe? I don't know, but a little one-dimensional joint in his elbow, and then his wrist also rotates. Now, he has an ab rotation here. He has a kind of bit of a crotch rotation there. He has ball joints in his whatever that is, his hips, I guess. And then he has another joint similar to his elbow in his knee. No foot articulation. And about half of them have this amount of articulation. Some of them have a bit less, like the Green Goblin doesn't have as much, and Venom doesn't have as much, from what I can remember. But just because they're more larger molds and stuff, so they cost a bit more to make. But, very, very nice model. You can pose him as if he's in flight, which is very, very nice. I like to do that often. You can pose him like that. He does a lot of great poses. He sticks well onto his block. And for some reason, unlike Lego minifigures, you can't stick him with his feet on two parallel studs. You have to have a stud in between, at least. If you want to, you can spread his legs a bit more and get him onto two studs like that, which is what I've done on some of them. But I just had him posed here because I was displaying him on my desk because he's so cool. But there's the Invincible Iron Man. And his code is A1 or at least the one that I got, A10101MN. Now, the second one we have here is Venom. Now, Venom is another very nice one. He comes with a black block, and he has the exact same legs as the Black Spider-Man, and also the Invincible Iron Man is the same mold as the War Machine. But anyway, the legs are the same mold as the Black Spider-Man. He has a unique chest that is very, very well detailed. I think he has a little too much of a spine curve here. It looks kind of weird, and also his chest is a little too big for his limbs. He has his own individual arm molds as well, which are larger, so his arms look well proportioned to his body, but not his legs. They look too tiny. And he has a very Venom-like head, no tongue sticking out though. And he comes with these webs, which are supposed to be held like this, so kind of like a sword or a whip, but they're supposed to be webs, it looks like, so if you kind of stick them coming out of his hand like that, it looks like he's shooting webs. And that's what I do with Venom. Oh yeah, Venom has head articulation, elbow articulation, shoulder articulation, hand articulation, no ab articulation, but he does have the bit of crotch swivel there, and his legs have the knee and hip articulation. And a critique of Mega Bloks in general is I was sticking some of these bricks together, and their tolerances just aren't as perfect as Lego. So these actual figures are nice, and I still like Lego minifigures, but these guys are nice kind of action figures. So I would recommend getting these. I mean, Lego minifigures are classic, but these still have nice detailing and stuff. So here is Spider-Man. He comes with a dark red block, which is different. They all come with their own color. The Iron Man block is a lighter red, so that's what's different there. But Spider-Man has nice printing. He has this shield which plugs into his back. And if you want to use it as a shield, you can just put it into his hand like this, and kind of rotate it to the side so he has a shield. And also this can be held like a sword or a whip, but I prefer it to be held like a web shooting out. He has the same articulation as Iron Man. He has the full set of articulation. He has the head, the elbow, the shoulder, the ab, the crotch, the hip, and the knee. So a lot of articulation for Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's code is A13101MM. If you guys want to see the codes, I said them all at the beginning, I think. But here's the War Machine. War Machine is very, very good, and War Machine is one of the rare figures in this wave. And I can see why, because he has more pieces. Most of these guys have 2 accessories. The War Machine has 3 accessories. He has this chest plate. It also hooks onto his back. He has his minigun, and he has this missile launcher. Now, when you're assembling him, before you put his head on, you have to slip this thing over his neck, and well, actually you don't. Yeah, here he is by himself. He's the exact same mold as Iron Man, like this, but you slip this thing over his head then, and as you can see, there's a little plug in there that just pegs into his back and holds it on relatively well. Man, what's wrong with that? It's kind of hard to get on once in a while, but he has a dark gray brick, which is different from the Green Goblin's, who has a light gray brick. Overall, War Machine is maybe my 3rd favorite. War Machine's very, very cool also. And finally, oh well, not finally, the Black Spider-Man, a second rare figure. He comes with a kind of smoky gray, clear gray block. And he has his same shield that Iron Man has, and the same whip / web. So he has the same accessories, they're just in clear gray. I'm not going to show you them taken off and stuff. Actually, I should probably take it off just to show you what it looks like without that. He looks very, very cool, very comic-like, similar to his comic appearance. And he has the same web and everything. Now, Black Spider-Man, unfortunately, I had a problem with. He was the last one that I opened, and coincidentally, the only one that actually had a major problem. His leg ball joints were very, very loose, and they're so loose you could just shake them, and they would go all over the place. And actually, his left one was so loose that it would just come off. Just if you put it this way and you picked it up, it would be on the ground. I did the nail polish in the ball joint thing, and after a couple of days of applying and applying, I think I got them pretty well, but I wanted to have a factory perfect one, so I got the code, which is A17101MM, I think, and I got a second one. I verified the codes and felt a web in here, so this is a Black Spider-Man, and I'm going to open it live to show you what it looks like when you open one of these. So, that's very, very cool. He has the same articulation as the normal Spider-Man, and the War Machine has the same articulation as the Invincible Iron Man. Actually, he has articulation as weapons. They spin around, but that's that. Now, finally, the last but not least, by any means, the Green Goblin. And he is the ultra-rare figure. And as you can see here, he has his pumpkin bomb, which has a hole in there and a little bar that his hand will grab onto somewhat well. And like the War Machine, he has more accessories than the average guys. But his third accessory is also very large, the Goblin Glider, so I can see why they made this one expensive. The ultra-rare and rare figures appear to cost more. Not the Black Spider-Man, though. He's the same as Spider-Man. He has this little bag here that you need to slip over his head and you need to slip over him before you apply his head and his arm there, so you need to remember to do that. And he comes with a light gray brick, which is different from the War Machines again. He has his really nice Goblin Glider here, which he can stand on. And the Green Goblin has probably the most play value out of all these guys, just because he has a flying Goblin Glider. So, thumbs up. He's very, very nice. Unfortunately, you can't put him on you can't attach him to the brick if he's standing on the Goblin Glider. You can balance him there, but he falls off really easily. Like, he falls off easily, believe me. But overall, very, very nice. And something I did in my free time is I took some Lego Technic components and made this little assembly here, which if you just slip that little peg on the bottom of the Green Goblin into, it gives you a little rig to hold him up with and fly around with him. It doesn't, you can kind of move a bit on it, but it's kind of like how they hold up flying things in the movies in front of a green screen or something. But this thing makes it quite a bit of fun to play with the Green Goblin. And if you guys want to know how to make this, well, you should be able to see how to do it just from looking at this. So, anyway, those are all of the Series 1 guys, except Battle Damaged Iron Man and Armored Spider-Man, which were discontinued, like I said. But now, for the grand finale, I am going to open one on screen. So I'm just going to probably move these guys off to the side. Like I said, there's a 99% chance probably that this is going to be a Black Spider-Man, so if it isn't, then there's a manufacturing error or something. Anyway, let me get my scissors and probably tilt this up a little so we can see this. It'd be really awkward if this wasn't a Black Spider-Man. Now just shake all the parts towards the bottom so I don't accidentally cut them. And take the instruction booklet out, and ta-da! It is indeed a Black Spider-Man. Now, assuming the leg ball joints aren't loose, I'm going to have, or none of the ball joints are loose, then I'm going to have my factory perfect Black Spider-Man. But if the arm ball joints or something are loose, then I can just simply trade with the one I have here and make a perfect one. Yep, these things feel tight. Maybe I'll have to edit over this so I can keep under 15 minutes, which is the limit for this, for how long I can make this, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to edit over this. Oh, there we go. Alright. My neck hurts after all that forcing those little limbs on, but here we finally have the Black Spider-Man, and a perfect one, it feels like. None of the ball joints are loose next to my faulty one that I fixed, and you can really tell the difference. But anyway, thanks for visiting the Buzzer Ball, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review of all the Mega Bloks Marvel Series 1 Little Dudes Blind Pack Series 1 or whatever. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, just coming back with a little thing I forgot here. This is the little pamphlet that came inside. And here it shows all the figures and how rare they are. The Green Goblin, as you can see, is ultra rare from that little key up there. And the Black Spider-Man and War Machine are rare, and then these guys down here are commons. And also on the back it shows you some upcoming sets, I guess, or currently available sets, and also how to assemble these figures. But anyway, thought I'd show you guys that. That's all I had to show you guys. But anyway, I'll see you guys later.